Have you ever felt like nature was trying to tell you something? In a small, quiet town, nestled among ancient forests, lived a boy named Leo. Leo wasn't like the other kids. While they were busy with video games and bikes, Leo spent his time in the woods, with his ear pressed against the rough bark of the trees. You see, Leo had a secret. He could hear them. It wasn't with his ears, not really, but a deep, rumbling hum in his heart. The mighty oaks spoke of resilience, their roots clinging to the earth through 100 storms. The slender birches whispered tales of change, shedding their leaves each fall only to burst forth with new life in the spring. Leo learned the forest's language. He knew which trees were thirsty from the faint, crackling plea in their branches, and which were content, their leaves rustling with a gentle, satisfied sigh. The forest became his classroom, the trees his teachers. They taught him about patience, about strength, and about the intricate web of life that connected everything, from the smallest beetle to the tallest pine. The villagers thought he was a bit strange, a dreamer lost in his own world. They'd see him sitting for hours under the great willow by the river, his eyes closed, a serene smile on his face. There goes Leo, talking to the trees again. They'd chuckle, not understanding the profound conversations taking place. One summer, a terrible drought fell upon the land. The river shrank, the fields turned to dust, and a deep silence fell over the forest. The usual chorus of whispers and hums faded. Leo felt a growing panic in his chest. He walked through the woods, placing his hands on the trunks of his friends. Their usual life song was replaced by a weak, painful groan. The ancient oak, the one who had always been a bastion of strength, sounded the most desperate. Its voice was a low, aching rumble that spoke of a thirst so deep it threatened to crack the very earth. The oak told Leo of a hidden spring deep within the forest, a place forgotten by men, but remembered by the trees. Its location was passed down from root to root, a secret held for a time of great need. Guided by the oak's weakening song, Leo ventured deeper into the woods than he had ever gone before. He followed the faintest vibrations in the ground, a map only he could read. The sun beat down, and the silence of the suffering trees was almost unbearable. Finally, he found it. Tucked away behind a curtain of wilting vines was a small, moss-covered hollow. The air here was cooler, and a faint, sweet smell of damp earth hung in the air. He dug with his bare hands, pushing aside rocks and soil until, miraculously, a trickle of clear, cold water bubbled to the surface. It was the forgotten spring. Leo raced back to the village, his heart pounding with hope. He burst into the town square, shouting about the spring. At first, no one believed him. The boy who talks to trees is now seeing water, they scoffed. But the desperation in Leo's eyes, and the undeniable truth of the drought, convinced the village elder to listen. They followed Leo back into the forest. When they saw the water, a collective gasp of awe and relief filled the air. They worked together, digging channels to guide the life-giving water to the riverbed and their parched fields. As the water flowed, a change began. A soft collective sigh seemed to rise from the forest. Leo pressed his hand to the great oak, and he felt it. A gentle, humming pulse, faint but growing stronger. It was a song of gratitude. From that day on, no one called Leo strange. They called him the tree hearer, the boy who saved them by listening when no one else could. Leo taught the children how to listen to, not just with their ears, but with their hearts. He showed them that the trees, the rivers, and the earth all have a voice. If we only take the time to be still and hear it. The forest thrived, and so did the village, living in a newfound harmony with the nature that surrounded them. And it all started with a boy who knew that the greatest wisdom often comes not from books, but from the quiet whisper of a tree. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more stories that connect us with the world around us.